Hello everybody, I'm John in New York City, and this is Self-Perspective. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about perspective. I was talking to a friend of mine recently, a recruiter, in-house recruiter with a fairly large, well-known organization. I'm not going to tell you which one because you probably will know. This recruiter was telling me about a search process that he worked on recently. His company, he admitted, was very siloed, very conflicted. Everybody was fighting with everybody else. There was poor communications in terms of actual communications and technological communication. And every morning, he said, you could almost hear people pouring reinforced concrete to protect their turf, their silos. He said the CEO finally decided he'd had enough, and so he wanted to start rebuilding the senior leadership team. The first search was really critical, and we identified a candidate that we thought would be terrific. We know the organization they were coming from, and we really kind of appreciated the expertise that person could bring to the table. So here's what happened. During the course of a several-day interview, several people asked about how this individual could cope and make better the conditions in this organization they were trying to overcome. In other words, eliminate the silos, get people talking to one another, improve the technology, cut down the bickering and the turf battles. This candidate didn't really hit the ball out of the park. He gave a very safe, kind of muddled answer about, that's not a good thing, and those companies that have that problem don't usually succeed, and it's really not a good place to work. And here's the irony. This candidate came from an organization that had those same characteristics. And if you were looking for double irony, I have it for you. This candidate was looking to leave that organization because he wanted to go to work for a company that was interested in changing that type of environment. And then the recruiter made an interesting and sad confession. He said, this was really our best candidate. And in our rush to get this done, I didn't really fully explain to him that this was the priority. This was a big priority of our CEO. So the candidate came to the table not fully prepared. Now that's on the company. But let me tell you the part that's on the candidate. The candidate came to the table not fully prepared. The candidate hadn't done his homework. The candidate didn't understand the culture. The recruiter made a mistake. The candidate made a mistake. And what we had was a lost opportunity. Now you can recall, I've said many times, talked about the example where the coach on the sideline depends on the coaches in the press box to help him see the picture more clearly. The coach is in the minute of the game, in the moment, and he depends on those people with a different perspective, 400, 500, 600 feet in the air, looking down on the turf, to tell him what they see happening. Well, in an interview, you don't have somebody whispering in your ear in a press box 400 or 500 feet up who can see what's happening and see the interview unfolding. You're in the moment. And the only way you can take advantage of being in the moment and really killing those answers and really advancing your candidacy is you have to have perspective. Understand what's going on. Understand why the questions are being asked. And you get that because hopefully the recruiter helps you with that information, but also because you've done your homework. I can't emphasize enough the importance of doing your research about a prospective employer. This is really, really important. Have that perspective, be prepared, and when you get one of those great killer questions that you can hit out of the park, don't foul it off. I hope that's been helpful to you because we're here to help you. If you have additional questions, you can email me at asktherecruiter@johngself.com. Until next time, I'm John Self in New York. Thanks.